We often look at successful people and marvel at their achievements. But we forget a simple truth that thinkers like Napoleon Hill and innovators like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk all understood. Your actions create your destiny. Yet, why do so many of us feel stuck, just waiting for miracles that never seem to arrive? Why do our dreams feel so vibrant in our minds, but stay so silent in our lives? Today's story holds the answer. And if you stick with me to the end, you'll not only feel inspired, but you'll also pick up a few rich English words along the way. In a lively little town, where merchants bargained cheerfully and farmers walked with purposeful steps, there lived a young man named Theo. He was tall, strong, and perfectly capable, the kind of person you'd expect to achieve great things. But inside, something had quietly faded. His drive, while everyone else moved with intention, Theo sat under the same old tree every single morning, just staring blankly at the sky. He dreamed endlessly of becoming wealthy, but he never lifted a finger to make it happen. His days just drifted by, shaped not by effort but by idleness. Most of his meals came from the generosity of the villagers, who pitied his laziness. One day, a wealthy merchant came to the village to distribute fresh milk as a thankful gesture for a bountiful year. When Theo heard the news, he rushed to get in line, eager for his share. Moments later, he was holding a warm pot of milk, fragrant, creamy, and so inviting. Delighted, he hurried home, boiled the milk, and enjoyed a simple breakfast with 2 pieces of bread his hard-working father had left on the table. He placed the rest of the milk right beside his bed, but instead of going to help his father in the fields, Theo returned to his familiar habit. He lay down on his mattress and let his imagination float freely. If only I could become rich without doing anything, he thought. His eyes drifted to the pot of milk, and suddenly, an idea blossomed in his mind. What if the milk hardens overnight and turns into cheese? He whispered to himself. I could sell the cheese at the market and earn some money. The thought startled him with excitement, and with that money, I'll buy a hen. The hen will lay eggs, and soon those eggs will hatch into chicks. I'll raise them persistently, and before long I'll own many, many chickens. His voice grew more and more animated with each new fantasy. Then I'll sell all the chickens and buy cows. I'll start my own dairy farm. Everyone in town will buy milk from me. I'll become wealthy now, extremely wealthy. I'll buy beautiful jewelry, and even the king will come to me for ornaments. His smile widened as he sailed deeper and deeper into his daydreams. And of course, he continued, I'll marry a beautiful woman from a rich family. We'll have a handsome son, and if he ever becomes lazy, Theo grabbed a stick dramatically. I'll teach him a lesson myself. But as he swung the stick, imagining disciplining this future son, he hit the pot beside him. The milk spilled all across the floor. The warm, inviting smell he loved just moments ago vanished, replaced by a cold, heavy silence. Theo froze. He realized that his entire towering fantasy had just collapsed in an instant. All he had left was a mess to clean up and the sharp reminder that dreams without action dissolve just as idly as spilled milk. The next morning, he wandered through the village again, hoping someone else might be distributing free food. Nothing had changed. His life felt miserable and empty, not because fate was against him, but because he had chosen comfort over effort. Friends, many of us are like Theo. We nurture huge aspirations, grand visions of success, freedom, wealth, and happiness, but our actions don't match our ambitions. We wait, we hope, we imagine, yet we refuse to take that first small step that turns a fantasy into a future. If we want to succeed, the key is not luck, it's discipline. If we want a better life, the key is not miracles, it's consistency. If we want transformation, it begins with changing our habits, even when it feels uncomfortable at first. Imagine what would happen if, instead of just dreaming about a better version of yourself, you actually built it patiently, persistently, one deliberate action at a time. Imagine waking up each day with purpose instead of excuses. Imagine replacing someday with today. Success does not come to the idle. It comes to the active, the determined, the ones who decide that progress matters more than comfort. The moment your actions begin to align with your goals, your destiny begins to shift. So remember this timeless truth. Dreams are the seeds, but effort is the water. Without effort, nothing grows. If this story stirred something within you, then don't let that spark fade. Let it become your turning point. Like, share, and comment below what lesson you're taking with you today. And if you're ready for more empowering stories that help you grow your mindset and your English, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you in the next story, where our journey of learning and transformation continues.